Tyranny. Alright? It's time to take the fight to the Ventrian Guard and assault the Citadel.
I can see the fifth eye, that wretched creature. He stands to the east of us.
Glory to the voices of Narat. The fifth eye salutes you. His masked face glancing nervously in all directions, despite the rest of his body's otherwise confident posture. The mustering song is nearly complete. Soon comes the canticle of slaughter, and we will need the strong. He jabs a finger towards you to rise up and lead. By custom, you are judge, jury, and executioner. Today, we must ask you to take on the last and most sublime of our sacred duties. Oh, I will execute. The best bluff is often the most obvious. The fifth eye points a bloody finger towards the main gate of the Citadel. We charge for the gate, right into the Oathbreaker's doorstep. The Horde should bring the defenders surging to the inside of the gate. Then, we unleash our magic. Fire and panic will claim the Oathbreakers. The more concentrated defenders, the better. What can we expect from the Oathbreakers? The Ventrian Guard will flail vigorously on their way out, but it will be for naught. And the dilemma between courage and overwhelming numbers, never wager on courage. The fifth eye gestures east. We are more concerned by the disfavored's presence. They are likely waiting for us to engage the enemy so that they might surround us while occupied. Given that the edict compels us forward, we have a rousing melee ahead of us. What of the disfavored? Our scouts report Iron Legionnaires moving in the area. It's obvious they have the same goals as we do. They are just a step ahead, it would seem. Make no mistake, the Oathbreakers will be a minor inconvenience. The foul disfavored will be the more worthy challenge. We must stay alert. Now, let's do this. Our blood chanters are readying a conflagration that should take the gate off its hinges, but at the same time, the Oathbreaker mages are warding the gate with protective magic. Points to the northwest. I need someone to scale the wall and kill the mages maintaining the ward. If I send these unwashed pukes, their corpses will clog the parapets. This task requires your strength. If you are wounded in battle, come see me at once and I will tend to the bleeding, though my methods do nothing for the pain.
Look at that, Butcher corpse. Bleed out, you little shit.
Nope, this guy's not dead yet.
What do we have here?
I can't take much more of this.
Trap right there.
Moving cautiously. Will do.
On the lookout.
Yeah. Well, I have a moment.
Let's
I might
be
as well buff myself up.
You didn't see nothing.
On it.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Pay attention.
Will do. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
I think we can scale that part of the wall ahead.
Yes, but first let me see if there's stuff to loot here.
I'll stay downwind of our enemies.
It appears someone attempted to smother their campfire with nearby dirt, but missed most of the fire pit in their haste to leave. Ah, goodies.
Good thing I keep a torsion wrench handy.
Tear-forged bronze spear. Blood moss. Well, it has shittier attack range. What is the range attack on it? Doesn't even do a ranged attack. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's all melee. Okay, never mind that. This is better than what he's got. Doesn't have the armor penetration, but otherwise, yes. Anything else here? No? Scale the wall.
Look at that, future corpse.
Aye.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
On it.
Slow and steady.
Okay, we've got some gloves and a potion of protection. Cool. They scaled the walls. My company, fall back.
You got it.
Let's be off. I am a shield wall unto myself.
Ah, crap, I got her blocked in. Damn stairs. There we go.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Will do.
Even ash protects.
On it.
Alright, we're ahead. Here come the disfavored. Stand aside. Ascension Hall is ours alone for the taking. The fifth eye swings his spear and broad arcs as he roars in his cackling tenor. Withdraw at once before you feel the weight of 1,000 coarse blades and bludgeons. No sooner would a family of maggots beat a pack of wolves. The disfavored commander beckons the Scarlet Chorus forward. Come, I'll take you 5 at a time, just to make things fair. Deal with them. I'll take the Ascension Hall. Go, we will deal with these fools. For the glory of Nara! Oh yeah, time to murder some Oathbreakers.
Let's be off.
They're here. They've breached the perimeter. They're in the keep. Whistling a shrill warning signal, the Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. Yes. Whistle your warning. Let them know they are all about to die. Unless they want to talk. In which case they still might die, but you know, we'll see. I can be reasonable sometimes.
Shh.
I got it. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, god damn it. Lantry, get out of the way. Let the man get through.
Come and face my iron!
Will do.
It's a hit! Oh! Shh.
Got a barricade here and a barricade here, excuse me. It's only this way to go. The fire in the mess hall still burns, and plates and silverware line the tables. This room hasn't seen combat for generations. The Venturing Guard will never be the same after this battle.
Come at me, grave meat. Did you take a look at that?
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Are you afraid of death? Slow and steady.
Some potions.
As you can.
I'm not here to make friends. Take that! I got it.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Pay attention.
Graven Ash protects.
Oh, absolutely, I'll read the scroll. We have Sigil of Force. Ooh, a cleansing charm. Alright. Immunity to be poisoned. Okay. Does anybody here not have charms already? Oh, he doesn't. Well, there you go. There you go. No poison for you.
Ah, got it.
Marshberry. Delicious.
To battle!
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Take that!
I will aid you. That one rattled me hard. Are you afraid of...
On it.
Nice. My control illusions ability's gotten a little better. I actually don't miss that ability all the time. That false spin. I'm gonna keep working on it.
On the lookout.
This is probably where I descend. Is there anywhere else I can go? Well, I descend or I ascend. Let me go up. This is a spire, after all. And here, up there we go. Treasure.
Stepping lightly.
It's time for the final battle. At least in this part of the game. Okay, I should get prepared. Tarkus Ari. Peacebinder? You are the face of the enemy vanguard. Kairos works in mysterious ways indeed. I hope you aren't here to hammer out another truce. We're all out of talk, but we still have a little fight left for you. Before you stands Captain Tarkus Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard, short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still. Her body is compact sculpture of muscle and bone, and her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing upward to the ceiling, with stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of the Apex met death by duel in the hallowed hall. Truly, there is no finer place to settle an intractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. You bring a lot of magic to fight directly beneath the spire. Trying to bury us all. Just what sort of inbred fool are you? That's a risk I'm willing to take. The sage to her side emits a nervous cough and glances up with a concerned gaze. After a short moment of hesitation, the sage runs for the exit. Nice! Nice! Yes. Get back here! Ari shouts at the fleeing sage, but to no avail. What was I thinking, bringing cowardly scribes to a sword fight? Eb was right about the lot of you. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It's the same thing she said before. Seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vendrian's well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the blade grave while you deal with us here? Ari laughs, wincing as she clutches her side. And tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Our stand here is the first of your problems. You've traded your kinsmen to slow the inevitable, nothing more. We demonstrated that the armies of Kairos can be shamed by stubborn peasants. The Overlord's empire is vast, his armies numerous, his magic unstoppable, yet he cannot destroy our fighting spirit. Hardly the show of force I'd expect from a truly fearsome Overlord. Yeah, there's this edict that's ready to kill everybody. One hell of a show of force. I hope that argument keeps you warm in the emptiness of the void, guardsman. Well, let's just do this. Finally, an end to the back-breaking siege. Ready yourself, guardsman. Dance approaches on swifter feet than yours. First draws her weapon and points it at Ari. Let us finish this then. She turns to her soldiers, raising her sword aloft. Warriors of the Vendrian Guard, scions of Apex, children of the Tears. Let's repay Kairos' minions for the pain they showed us.
Heads.
I'm taking out this archer first. Actually, let's just drop him. False pit the archer. False pit this honor guard. And we'll take out Tarkus Ari.
You might learn.
Nice, knocked them both down.
Something.
Sweet. I'll send her to deal with Ebb, while the rest of us take out Tarkus.
I'll omit that from the record.
She's down. Not dead though, so I might have a chance to recruit her. Ooh, leveled up. Nice.
Bleed out, you little shit.
You worthless gnats. We may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs up blood. Crush them. Crush them all. The Fifth Eye's battle cry falls flat as he surveys the room littered with the Vendrian guard bodies. Now that's how it's done, Fatebinder. I should be angry you denied me a scalp or two, but I have to thank you for saving us the trouble. Well, I'm almost tempted to do this, but no, I kind of like the Scarlet Chorus. I am honored to have had a hand in the glory. You bring glory to the chorus with your skill at arms and courage under duress. The Fifth Eye chuckles wickedly under his mask. I do so hope this is the start of a long alliance, good Fatebinder. The chorus could benefit from your strength. Yes, not like those cowardly, disfavored maggots. Tyranny has received a version. Ooh. The clatter and the madness of combat have finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. I still gain favor with disfavored. Well, I gain favor with everybody, huh? May pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch, her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With the words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vendrian's well. Woo! We don't all die! Yay! I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. You feel a tug in your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. Nice. Where did everybody disappear? Oh, we're at the top. Whoa, awesome. That is freaking cool looking. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with a wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Is this? Lantry looks out to the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes, this must be the mountain spider. When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down over the ledge. Dumbstruck by the vertical plunge, Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair and verse quickly smooths them down. Damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jumped? Not that it would matter for long. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Barrick spins around on his feet, looking about, trying to take in as much as he can through the narrow visor of his helmet. Everywhere you look, mountains rise up along a distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vendrian's Well, and you quickly trace the Matani, the Iranet, and all the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's Well. How did we get all the way up here? Ari starts to stand up, clutching her side. More importantly, how do we get down? The Fifth Eye aims a sharp glare at Ari. The Vendrian guard must be rounded up and conscripted, and this favorite must be run down. The edict is gone, and we're still standing. If I were a conscript down there, I'd run for it and thank my good fortune. Verse draws herself up and takes a welcome breath. She glances down at the ground with less certainty. Send word to Voices of Narak that we are successful. Our glory overfloweth. We would happily carry such good tidings to the Archon, but this humble servant cannot fly. Besides, the Voices is master of all matters magical. I highly doubt whatever just happened escaped his attention. Hand her a note, the parchment will survive the impact. Oh shit. I might want to leave her alive. They might want to conscript her. Agreed. Anybody witnessing what just happened knows the edict is over. But you should report to Narat and return with any news he has for me. Head through that portal. No telling how stable it is, but look closely and you'll see the images of Ascension Hall in the haze. Well, if you have trained eyes, that is. Of course, even if it's not stable, the alternative is jumping, so what do we have to lose? But Kairos' iron grip, how did the Fifth Eye taps his mask in a semblance of deep thought? The currents of magic glow as fire to our eyes. Strange that you saw that first. Send my compliments to the Voices of Narak. Keep watch over Vendrian's Well for us. Consider these lands a gift from the Archon of Secrets, as well as an act of mutual self-interest. If these lands are court-controlled, the law-abiding disfavored will think twice about using this valley as a staging ground, for fear of offending your master Tunan. It has been a pleasure in the loins to watch you fight, good Fate Binder. The Voices will be most pleased. With the edict resolved, our purpose is clearly in focus. This favorite must be slain. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen. But I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fate Binder. The Tidecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise, if you spare me, I will serve you well. Serve me well, and all can be forgiven. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Muriel the Unyielding. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you have need or want of my skills. cool. Now she's a caster, so I'm not sure if I want to replace... I kind of like having Verse and Barrack. Barrack is the meat shield, Verse is the DPS. A little more, and also a little more utility over her. She can cast more spells. So I like Barrack taking most of the attention on the battlefield, using taunts to keep enemies on him, while Verse moves around and chops people up and stuff. So I don't think I want to replace either of them. But I do like having a caster in the party, which Lantry's serving pretty well right now, but Ed might fit a role better because Lantry's skills and my skills, my main character's magical skills, kind of overlap a little bit. Well, we'll see. I can check them out later. Oh, cool. Well, let's put her in the party for now. What level is she? She's level 5.
I will return to our holdfast at once.
There we go. Vendrian's well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kairos' armies take the citadels from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. Having taken Ascension Hall with your Scarlet Chorus allies, you satisfied the terms of the edict. You and the forces of Kairos are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the Citadel and towards each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. After a brief exchange that left his soldiers bloody, Graven Ash withdrew his army from the valley, pulling the disfavored back to their secure fort in the Blade Grave. Once his armies finished licking their wounds, the voices of Narat ordered the Scarlet Chorus to gather in the Stone Sea and prepare for war, this time against their former allies. The Archon of Secrets instructed his soldiers to respect your lawful claim over the spire. Though a few greedy stragglers still lurk in the valley, the Scarlet Chorus were content to leave your stronghold uncontested. As days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next steps with careful deliberation. As word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored turned on each other, factions once resolved to bend the knee and inspired instead to continue fighting, the Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunon, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on her actions and vengeance as well. Our petty squabbles over the delayed siege have no doubt evolved into a respectable civil war. The voices in the rat will want to discuss the matter. By now he's pulled back to the base at our cacophony. I suggest you don't keep him waiting. The last time someone left the voices in the rat waiting, he pulled the skin off their hand and moved their bones into the shape of a glaring eye. Needless to say, it didn't heal well. I'll join you at the cacophony as soon as I speak with Tunon. Do that. The voices in the rat loves to entertain you guests, and I'm sure he'll find you quite diverting. He's seen you, Fatebinder. The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. What? Stepping past the portal almost to the edge of the spire, Fifth Eye lets out a squeal of panic. My eggs have vanished. It was just there. Calm down. I can fix this. Fix what? Do you have any concept of the powers at play here? Because I don't. I'm a good fixer. I fix all sorts of stuff. The humming of the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of the Ascension Hall moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. You staked your claim to the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. I can feel power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire even from down below. But up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing. I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrett massages the brow of his helmet, causing a howl of grinding iron to echo across the expanse. The stone is smooth and cool to the touch. Marbling patterns move with the curves of the sculpture, looking more akin to veins than imperfections of rock. You can't find a single marking to suggest an artisan's tool. As you're about to draw your finger away, you feel a sudden return pressure on your fingertip as the sculpture touches you back. The sculpture is once again still. There's a rush warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With the connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from an impossibly far away. In this moment, there's nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, two walls extending off into the distance. At the base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause and share unease and look up at the sky toward you. Though you haven't seen it in person, you are certain this is a vision of Lethian's crossing. For nowhere else are the tearsmen brave or desperate enough to settle at the intersection of bane-ridden old walls. Near the settlement built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There's a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's well. You return to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane light, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withering once pulled from its tree, it reaches for you with barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Strange. Eb curls her fingers and draws a quick sigil in the air, then studies how it fades. The magic of this place responds to you. The portal, the braziers, it all grows more vibrant when you approach. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kairos' edict. That's no small feat, and your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something from the arcane, minded to investigate. Speak with me after you see Tunan, Fate Binder. The disfavored need to be shown their place. If a dog acts up, you can use a firm hand to put it back down. If we are to succeed in the tiers, we must work quickly. I will be waiting. Reputation, ability, unlocked. Drain strength. Nice. I also leveled up. Your powers increased. You acquired mountain spires. Sweet. Okay. So let's level me up. Scarlet Core's favor ability. Merciless. I like that. Check out what it is. Quest. Start visions. Is that it? Quest updated. Interact with the Spire device. Okay, with that. Anything else? Voices of Kairos. Travel to Tunan's court in the Bastard City. Will be my next step. Don't want to keep my master waiting. Alright. What to increase? What to increase? Let's increase my accuracy. The talent point. I want to increase my magic for once. I've been mostly concentrating into my bows. But, well, before I decide what to do, let's check out that. She has high might. Pretty high wits. Pretty average. Besides that. Good with magic staff, high lore, control grave light, control lightning, and tide casting. And her talents. Oh, she gets title. Okay, so her thing is water magic, as expected. And then grave light. Bouncing projectile, okay. Nice. Interesting. So she's more of an offensive caster, at least now. Though I can teach her some of bigger spells. So. Okay. So 4 points to spend. So use wits. Solve. Might. With someone. Which I don't think was all the way. Let's raise her vitality. Four points to spend here. That. Do like this ability right here. Lifting some dude up and just smash him to the ground. Yeah, that's good times right there. Ooh, that's a draining ability. Slowly drown. Nice. Man, all her abilities are so cool. Wish I had more points to spend. I will eventually, I guess. Still want this though. I'll fling people up in the air and smash them down to the ground because, come on, wood. Frightens nearby Bane, huh?